What is up, guys? It's Tom here and welcome back to a brand new breaking Liverpool transfer news video. I will cover a lot of stories in this transfer video, but first let me ask you, who is your transfer target wish list for the summer transfer window? Who are the top 4 or 5 players that you guys want Liverpool to sign? Let me know in the comments below. And the biggest story is that Liverpool conditionally sanctioned a record £70 million transfer for striker Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. This is an absolute dream transfer which might not happen, but we can always dream, and this is what the transfer window can throw up. Some of these stories are ridiculous. Also, a part of me wishes that this could come true, and let me know, guys, do you think there is any chance of Aubameyang coming to Liverpool if Liverpool finish in the Champions League places? We can all agree that the biggest transfers that we are dreaming about, Van Dijk, Lacazette, Aubameyang, Naby Keita, these transfers will only happen if Liverpool make the Champions League. But this story comes from the CodeOffside.com website, and they are saying that Liverpool's chiefs have promised Jurgen Klopp that they will back a £70 million move for, you know, the hottest striker in Europe right now, who is most likely to move in the summer. To be honest, I would be entirely happy with Lacazette or Aubameyang as well. But we have to finish in the Champions League, I can't stress that enough. And yeah, Aubameyang could be really difficult to pull off because he's already, you know, really awesome world-class striker, and Liverpool very rarely choose to sign a world-class striker, but they have a relationship. Jurgen Klopp and Aubameyang, you know, they worked with each other, and also Aubameyang wants a different challenge. After being at Dortmund, he already scored like 27 goals in 28 Bundesliga games. He has 7 goals in 8 Champions League games this season, so he is in absolute tip-top form. And some say that Aubameyang would only leave Dortmund for either Barcelona or Real Madrid, but those clubs might not need Aubameyang, might not want to sign Aubameyang. And you know, the project that Liverpool are developing could be attractive enough for Aubameyang to at least consider going to Liverpool, sorry. And if you know, Liverpool really have 200 million to spend in the summer with the player sales of Sakho, of Markovic, of Daniel Sturridge, of other players, then, you know, Liverpool could really do some awesome business in the transfer window. And if we sign Van Dijk, if we sign Naby Keita, and if we sign Julian Brandt, the club could be, and the squad could be attractive enough for Aubameyang to join, because we have a world-class manager in place already, Jurgen Klopp. And if we make the top 4, then the season will be a success for Liverpool, and then the future will be bright. And we haven't had a striker who can score 20-30 goals a season since Luis Suarez left. We still haven't replaced him properly, and I think we need more firepower up front. We definitely need a number 9. I absolutely love Roberto Firmino, but he gets you 10 to 15 goals a season. And look at all the other clubs. They have a striker who gets you 20 to 30 goals a season. Arsenal have Sanchez, Tottenham have Harry Kane, you know, Manchester United have Ibrahimovic, Manchester City have Aguero, Chelsea have Diego Costa. We need our own, you know, number 9, and Daniel Sturridge cannot be replied on. Klopp is a huge fan of Aubameyang. Remember that Klopp signed Aubameyang from Saint-Etienne for Dortmund in 2013, so they have a very close relationship. It was under Klopp where Aubameyang became a world-class striker from a good striker. I remember watching him play for Saint-Etienne. I would have loved to see him be signed for Liverpool at that time, but he was a little bit raw, and Dortmund and Jurgen Klopp developed him into this awesome world-class striker who has pace, who has finishing. And I even watched him, you know, miss so many chances, and to consider his goal scoring record is outstanding, and to see that he misses 2 or 3 big chances every game, but he also scores 1 or 2 goals almost every game. So I would be over the moon to see him. Of course, it will be very difficult with the amount of brilliant, huge clubs definitely will be interested in him in the summer, so Liverpool have to put a really big financial you know, offer on the table, both for Dortmund and both for Aubameyang. But I think Liverpool are capable. I think Jurgen Klopp realized this season that we need the proven talent. When we spent big money on Sadio Mane, on Wijnaldum, and on Matip, to a certain extent on his wages, when we signed, you know, these kind of experienced players, they came into the starting 11 and they improved it. And when we have so many injury-prone players like Matip and Lovren, they can't be relied upon week in, week out. Klavan played 22 times in the Premier League in 34 games. That says that either Matip or Lovren was injured for a long time, and this is why we need more options. Henderson has been out injured for a lot of the time, but these past 2 seasons, so we definitely need more options, both on the bench. If you see the bench that Liverpool had against Crystal Palace at home, it's just not good enough for a club of the Liverpool stature, for a club who is trying to get into the Champions League, to have a bench of, you know, school kids to try and get into the top 4, you know, it's not good enough. And Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp gambled big time with such a thin squad, sending out Sakho on loan, recalling Markovic and then sending him out on loan again. I know Markovic is not like the world-class player that Sadio Mane is, but he could have done a great job when Sadio Mane got injured or when he went to the Africa Cup of Nations. Jurgen Klopp at least should have given Markovic a go. And I'm just disappointed that we have so few options going into the last month of the season. I think Liverpool didn't do the best that they could in the January transfer window and in the summer transfer window. And also Liverpool are reportedly prepared to break the bank and Klopp's transfer record for Virgil van Dijk. This story keeps coming up, and I really hope that Liverpool go all out to try and sign Virgil van Dijk. And we could have a great negotiating tool that we have Mamadou Sakho, who really impressed at Crystal Palace. And I think we will sell Sakho, and I think Sakho could be, you know, involved in this deal. He could go to Southampton, who could be a decent club for Sakho, you know, a top 10 club in the Premier League. And you know, Sakho could play there every week, and we could have maybe Sakho plus 20 million and we have Virgil van Dijk. That would be absolutely brilliant business in my point of view. I really love Sakho, but if Jurgen Klopp and Sakho cannot get along, it's best that they part ways. It's best that Sakho is sold, even though that would be heartbreaking. But Virgil van Dijk is definitely an upgrade on Sakho, is an upgrade on Lovren, on Klavan, on all our defenders apart from Matip. Van Dijk would be an absolutely dream signing, and some of you might say that 50 million pounds is a waste of money for Van Dijk, but look at the Liverpool's defensive record in the past 4 years now, and no manager can achieve greatness without a great defense, in my opinion. So that's where Liverpool's focus should be. Apart from signing a new striker and a good defensive midfielder, the defense has to be fixed. Otherwise, Liverpool will always struggle to win any titles, to win any trophies, in my opinion. So this is why 50 million would be worth it. Look at Tottenham's defense. Tottenham conceded like almost the half amount of goals as Liverpool conceded. And Tottenham also have limited resources, just like Liverpool, but look how they have built their club up in the past 2 or 3 years. Pochettino is doing a brilliant job, and I think Jurgen Klopp is also doing a good job. But if he fixes his defense, if he can sign a great centre-back like Van Dijk, a great left-back like Kolasinac, or like Rodriguez from Wolfsburg, I think with a greater defense, Liverpool would seriously challenge for trophies and titles, and I really think that. The long-term solution at left-back could be this awesome wonder kid, Ryan Sessegnon. He's only 16 years old, but he's already doing wonders at Fulham. He can play left wing, left midfield, but mainly he's a left back. But he has scored so many goals and got so many assists that sometimes Fulham plays him further forward. and he scores again, I think, in the recent fixture for Fulham, and he's just an awesome player. Every time I saw the championship highlights where Fulham played, he has impressed me. He's only 16 years old, so the sky is the limit for this kid, and he could be Liverpool's left back for the next 10 years. I just really hope that, you know, we sign him and then give him enough playing time in the cups and sometimes in the league against the lesser teams. And James Milner, you know, he should have been dropped earlier. His form has really tailed off in the second half of the season, and Joe Gomez should have maybe played left back, but maybe Jurgen Klopp doesn't want to risk him. So it's going to be very interesting what happens with the left back spot. And the last transfer news is that Liverpool have moved ahead of neighbours Everton and Manchester United in the pursuit of Michael Keane. The Burnley centre-back is very highly regarded. He's a young player with great potential, and I think he could be a good option, but I would prefer to sign Van Dijk if we only sign one centre-back. But Van Dijk and Michael Keane would be my preferred choice, to sign both of them and ship out Klavan and Lucas. That's what I would do with the defense or the defensive players. He's only 24 years old, and he has made great progress at Burnley, and he is now a proper young, really promising Premier League centre-back. So he could become world class in the near future, and he could cost between 20 to 25 million. So I don't think that we should spend like 75 million on the defense alone. But think about it, if we sell Sacco, if we sell Klavan, if we sell Lucas, we could generate 40 to 45 million pounds. And if we could get these two guys in, Van Dijk and Michael Keane, then I think we would have a really awesome defense for the next 5 to 10 years. Because if these transfers work out, then we could have Matip and Van Dijk as our first choice centre-back. We could have Keane, Lovren and Joe Gomez as backup players. So even with injuries, we would be well covered in the defense. But let me know, who would you sign for Liverpool in the summer? And the new career mode video is coming very soon, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching. See you later, guys. Goodbye.